did Cassius say to you when you stepped into the ring and shook hands with him before the Terrell fight?
No, Cassius.
Excuse me, Muhammad Ali.
Cassius Clay is a slave name. I didn't choose it, and I didn't want it. I am Muhammad Ali.
He had a few great teachers, and one of them, who was from Kenya, taught the kids Swahili. And Mumia thought this was super cool. And so he decided he was going to take a Swahili name. He called it Mumzia at first because he didn't quite get it right.
I guess that's when I kind of gave him props. You got a new name, you know, this is really great. You dropped your slave name.
I don't know what his mother thought of that. I'm not sure he insisted that she call him Mumia.
I don't care nothing about that stuff. I named you Wesley Cook. That's your name. I don't care what you try to call yourself. You Wesley Cook. And she fought it for so long. But I know that Mumia went through some days where he ignored her calling him Wesley Cook. You know, I changed my name, Mom.
In the name of the greatest people that have ever trod this earth, I draw the line in the dust and toss the gauntlet before the feet of tyranny, and I say segregation now, segregation tomorrow, and segregation forever.
George Wallace is running for president in '68. The civil rights movement is in full cry in the South. The country is changing. It's being led by groups like SNCC and the Panthers. Mumia wanted to be part of that.
George Wallace was a candidate on the American Independent Party. Very, very right-wing, although he probably wouldn't be considered very right-wing in terms of America's political context today, would he? We were 4 black kids, teenagers, from North Philadelphia. And this avowed white supremacist, this racist from the depths of the South, dared to come to our city. Well, we went down to the spectrum. There were tens of thousands of white people, you know, waving flags, and you had George Wallace making his standard stump speech.
And I want to tell you this, that anybody who raises any money and blood and clothes for the Viet Cong communists who are today killing American servicemen are guilty of treason under the Constitution of the United States.
At that time, we weren't very original, so the only thing we said was Ungawa, Black Power. Ungawa, Black Power.
Ungawa, Black Power! They shouted, Wallace for president, white power, and send those niggas back to Africa. We shouted, Black Power, Ungawa! Don't ask what Ungawa means. We didn't know. All we knew was it had a hell of a ring to it.
The police surrounded us, you know, in a matter of moments, and escorted us, rather roughly, I should say, out of the spectrum. There were people spitting on us, nigger this, nigger that. I remember being pummeled and being beaten to the ground, and I remember looking around and I saw a pant leg. It was blue and had a stripe on it, so it told me this was a cop. So doing what I was taught to do all my life, I said, yo, help, police, you know. And I remember the guy walking over very briskly and his foot going back, kicking me in the face, kicking me. And I've always said thank you to that cop because he kicked me straight into the Black Panther Party.